Hi everyone, my name is Emily Merton and I'm a Graduate Associate with Prevention and Wellness. And today for Wellness Wednesday, we're going to be talking about establishing boundaries. So on our wellness wheel, emotional wellness is right here in blue to the right-hand side of the screen. You can see it, and it is one of our 8 dimensions of wellness. So let's talk about what is emotional wellness. Emotional wellness is the ability to successfully handle life's stresses and adapt to change in difficult times. So how does this relate to setting boundaries? What does emotional wellness have to do with setting boundaries? Learning how to set boundaries is a skill that can help you heal and promote healthy relationships in the future. Additionally, it can improve self-awareness and is important for self-care and making yourself a priority. So by being able to handle the stresses that life brings forth to us, being able to say no and know yourself and know what you can handle helps you be well, helps you stay healthy. So some tips on setting boundaries are communicating your thoughts clearly, making sure people know what's going on inside your head so that they can be aware of the situation. Never assume or guess someone else's feelings. So this can always just turn into a, oh, I thought you were, but if you communicate your thoughts, then you're not assuming or guessing someone else's feelings, nor are they hopefully doing that about you either. You should also follow through on what you say. If you say you're going to meet up with a friend for lunch, or if you say you're going to do something, follow through with that. Understand what you can handle and then decide from there whether you can do something or cannot, but always follow through. Take responsibility for your actions is another thing. So if something were to go wrong, or if you weren't able to make something important to someone else, say, hey, I'm really sorry. I know this meant a lot to you. I just wasn't able to be there at this time for whatever reason, or just maybe you weren't able to do it. But actually take responsibility. Know when it's time to move on. So this was when I was doing some research on boundaries. A lot of times when this subject came up, they were talking about in relationships. So whether it be a friendship or whether it be a significant other, know when it's time to move on from that if that's the case, just to make sure that you're staying healthy. If that person isn't, or if you're not in a healthy relationship, really acknowledge the fact that maybe it's not the best place for you. And then finding ways and learning how to say no. This can be very difficult for a lot of people. So finding ways and like learning how to say no to situations and like maybe even say it a bit nicer, but also really clearly communicate that you are not going to do something or you cannot do something. This can be a really helpful way to learn how to set boundaries and begin to set boundaries. So some benefits of boundaries. Boundaries can build greater self-esteem. They can bring focus to yourself and your well-being. They can enhance your mental and emotional health. They can help prevent burnout and help create a greater sense of identity. As far as the burnout comes, I absolutely can relate to that. It's hard when you've got a lot of stuff going on and being able to say, no, I can't do this, or this doesn't support my emotional or mental well-being. I need to say no. It really helps you be able to be well-rounded and make sure that you're completing the tasks that you've been given or the tasks that you want to do at 100%. Here are some references from today where we found some good information, and thank you so much for listening. Have a great Wednesday.